riding a bike to his foreign garb, burning his mind in his VCR, reluctant to find he's stuck in the 90's again. Reluctant to find he's stuck in the 90's again. And he's lost. Don't you know what it's like to be lost and older? Tears on his shoulder. Real men are bolder.
This time on Christmas special that has nothing to do with Beast Machine.
Not even a little bit.
We're watching. Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun. Lightning. Dun.
We're talking about Christmas with the Joker.
Yeah, jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. Batmobile lost a wheel and the Joker got away.
As far as connective tissues of the different things we're watching, Bart Simpson sang that song and the Joker sings that song.
Oh my goodness.
In their respective Christmas episodes.
So Batman and Simpsons crossover is canon.
Christmas with the Joker begins with, let's see, it's Christmas.
And it's with Batman, actually.
Oh, well, actually, I think it starts, actually. If I can just throw this out there, it does start with the Joker.
Well, that's right. They're decorating the Christmas tree at Arkham.
Yeah, which is a very safe thing to do. Somehow, the Christmas tree was filled with rocket fuel.
The Christmas tree was a rocket.
Yeah, filled with rocket fuel. If you have questions beyond that, don't ask them. And then Joker rides it out of there, and off he goes to wreak havoc on Gotham.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's it.
And Batman wants to go out and patrol the city, and Robin's is like, dude, crime's just gonna take a break tonight.
We're gonna watch It's a Wonderful Life. Why?
Because it's public domain.
Ah!
And everyone knows that It's a Wonderful Life was initially a box office failure, but found its following by becoming public domain, so it was cheap to play on television every year, and thus became a part of everyone's yearly rotation. And thus became a Christmas classic after its release.
Like Rugrats.
Robin wants to go back to Wayne Manor, drink tea,
You
and
can eat tea depending on how cold it is.
or if you just go straight for the leaves, and crumpets.
Yeah, you can go for the leaves too. You can smoke them too.
I think that's what Gandalf was smoking in the beginning of Lord of the Rings.
Tea.
There's a lot of dead ends, and then they just decide to go back to Wayne Manor and chill. But crime is actually happening about in Gotham, and the Joker kidnaps Sergeant Bullock, Commissioner Gordon, and a lady.
And furthermore, he hijacked It's a Wonderful Life. I get that it's public domain. Mm-hmm. But come on, it's part of everyone's holiday tradition.
You are ruining their Christmas Eve. He goes on air, interrupts A Wonderful Life, and goes like, Batman, come get me, ha ha ha. And then Batman's like, well, I guess we gotta go get him. And then Robin's like, oh, I want to watch A Wonderful Life. And Alfred's
Why do you
like,
have to save people who are kidnapped and like probably gonna die?
yeah, and Alfred's like, don't forget your tea and biscuits. And then off they go. First they gotta go to the place where the TV signal is coming from.
Right.
And then there's a trap. Can you believe it?
Well, they find the Baby Smokes a Lot doll, whatever it's called, and they find out that, oh wait, this toy is made in the Laughing Factory, whatever it's called. And then they're like, oh, we're gonna go to this factory because it only makes sense. And Batman has the first ever GPS system in his Batmobile.
Then there's a lot of traps that the Joker has actually like done a pretty good job setting up in such a short amount of time.
Giant nutcracker robots with guns.
Yeah. And don't forget the pit of acid that
right.
he's going to drop everyone into.
The observatory where the telescope was replaced with a giant cannon.
He went to great lengths. You know, I gotta say, I am very impressed with the ingenuity of the Joker. Except for the fact that he still loses. All that preparation, he still loses.
No, he won. He won. Joker won. Because he's like, open the present. And he's like, I have to, Robin. He's like, no, don't do it. And then he opens the present, he gets hit in the face with a pie.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
Joker wins.
This is the one time that Joker actually wins, and then Batman's like, and grabs him, and then he's like handcuffed and off to jail he goes.
Just to escape again at some point. That's that. What'd you think?
Loved it. Never mind the fact that it's Kevin Conroy, and he's just... You know how we were saying that whenever we read like a Spider-Man comic, you always hear, what's his name?
Christopher Daniel Barnes.
Christopher Daniel Barnes, yeah. From the 90's cartoon. Kevin Conroy will always be the voice of Batman in every comic I read. It's just so iconic.
And I'd say the same with the Joker.
Mark Hamill, you cannot beat Mark Hamill.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. There's been some pretty iconic Jokers. But as far as like any of the animated ones, Mark Hamill wins by a long shot.
It's not even close. No offense to anyone. They all do wonderful jobs.
There's been some good voice actors who've done some Jokers, but I think they know. I think they know that there's this huge shadow cast on the character. You just do the best you can, but Mark Hamill, man. But as far as the episode goes, I'd say, unfortunately for me, for this episode, as much as I do like the performances and everything, it's so, like, story-wise, really cookie-cutter. It's the most basic...
Wonderful time of the year.
I know, I'm supposed to like it because it's Christmas. but it's like the most basic story. Bad guy escapes from jail, kidnaps somebody. The hero comes to save them. There's obstacles, and then the hero saves them. But it's just given a Christmas spin, and that's it. So it's sort of like story-wise is really like is nothing special at all. But
I don't know about that.
Well, what would you say?
Okay, what's the one thing Batman couldn't do in this whole episode?
Couldn't stop wanting to fight crime.
Yeah, and then when he did go out and try to fight crime, what happened? The guy returned the purse, right?
Yeah.
Things like that were happening where things weren't always as they seemed, and even the criminals took the day off. But Joker gave him what he wanted. So
you're saying the Joker gave him the present that he really needed?
Yeah, and the Joker got the gift that he wanted to put a pie in Batman's face.
Okay.
So, Batman 100% gets the Christmas present that he wanted. And then in the end, Robin gets the Christmas present he wanted because they end up finishing or watching It's a Wonderful Life on TV. So he gets the Christmas he wants, Batman gets the Christmas he wants. The whole idea of Heath Ledger's Joker from The Dark Knight saying, "You complete me," to Batman, and then them having this conversation about how, like, they sort of need each other, and they're both two sides of the same coin. One's truly incorruptible, and the other one is chaos or whatever. This is like a cartoony version of that, where they needed each other for the holidays.
Okay. You know what? I can see that. I might concede on this one. Okay.
But really, it is just a bad guy escapes from jail, singing Christmas carols.
But if they can sneak something in like that, I think there's some charm to that for sure. But I will say, like, for something that is as cookie cutter it is, there is also, like, a certain standard of quality that, because it's Batman the Animated Series, is gonna meet. It's always gonna be above average of what was out at the time, because...
Oh, yeah.
Because that show was...
Beetleborgs, Batman. Hey, come on.
Totally. So at the end of the day, like, it's always going to be a little bit better than most of the other stuff out there because Batman the Animated Series was one of the best shows on TV at the time. And again, like, the animation is great. The actors do a phenomenal job. The writing, even though, like, again, the story points aren't particularly interesting, but I think, like, the dialogue itself is pretty entertaining. When it comes to writing the Joker, everyone has fun writing the Joker.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
how do you not? I don't know. Anything else you want to add?
Not really.
Okay.
Good holiday fun.
So we're going to give Christmas with the Joker 4 out of 5 Christmas pies.
Oh, I saw what you did there.
Oh! You know, again, not the most inventive episode, but it's elevated because, you know, you can take something that's very simple and through your craftsmanship, bring it to the next level, and I think that's what Christmas with the Joker did. It's a cute Christmas special. I think it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, we should give him 4.5 just for Joker's laugh. And when he pies him in the face.
So what do you think of Christmas with the Joker? Let us know in the comments down below. In our next episode, we are going across the pond, as it were.
Across the pond as well.
See you soon.